Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So far, we've seen a pretty decent amount of Black Ops Cold War info surface, as we've seen various reveals for the game for the campaign, for the characters. We even got an RTX trailer the other day, and that features some brand new versions of cutscenes that we previously had not seen, and basically every single day now, we're learning a bit more about the game. And even though pretty much everything that we've seen up until this point has been focused on the campaign and just the general story of Cold War, some bits and pieces of some multiplayer information has either been teased or even fully revealed through what we've seen so far. So now we can actually confirm several of the weapons we're going to see, even some of the streaks, some mechanics, and we've also got a few leaks that line up with some other info that we've got as well. So today we're going over pretty much everything we know is confirmed for Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. So if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, we are going to be covering any and all Black Ops Cold War info as it comes out in the coming days, weeks, and months. So to stay up to date with all of that, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Now, first and foremost, let's start with when we're going to be able to actually experience Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, as obviously, we've got the multiplayer reveal coming up here on September 9th, and of course, we are going to learn a ton of new stuff from that. But recently, the beta for Black Ops Cold War was actually leaked from, of all places, Call of Duty World War II, as the menu in World War II ended up revealing that the PlayStation Early Access beta is going to begin on October 8th. And because of just that one specific date, we can basically figure out when the entire beta is going to be available, as this is actually going to be pretty similar to what we saw last year for Modern Warfare's beta. We know thanks to the reveal trailer that PlayStation players are actually going to have access to the beta at least 5 days before everyone else. So this means we're actually going to see 2 separate beta weekends just like we saw last year, and the first of these is going to be starting on October 8th. And that one's going to be available for anyone who plays on PlayStation that pre-ordered digitally. And then either on October 9th or October 10th, then anyone on PlayStation is going to be able to play, regardless of whether or not you actually pre-ordered the game. And that'll probably last until October 12th. And then, on October 15th, the early access beta for anyone who pre-ordered the game digitally on Xbox or PlayStation or PC should actually open up. And then either on the 16th or the 17th of October, everyone, regardless of pre-order status, will be able to play the beta during the open crossplay weekends. So that is effectively the timeline for the beta next month. So yeah, mark your calendars, it's going to be a fun few weekends. Now, recently, we actually got some brand new information on some of the weapons that we're going to be able to use, thanks to the RTX trailer that Nvidia released the other day, as this is basically a whole new cutscene trailer showing off some of the characters, like Adler for instance, and within the warehouse where this trailer takes place, there is a pretty large gun wall that shows off multiple guns we can confirm will be available in the multiplayer portion of the game, alongside, obviously, the campaign too. So initially here we see a 1911 being handled, so that's a very basic confirmation for that pistol. And then on the wall in the background, a few of the other weapons we can see include an AK-47, or at least some variant of it. Not gonna lie, I'm not super knowledgeable when it comes to specific weapons, so this does look like an AK-47 to me. Then we also see an M16 variant on the wall. On the very top, it looks like it's the M40 sniper. And then we can also see a revolver of some kind near the bottom of the wall as well. And then when the camera angle actually changes and pans more to the right, we see a series of handguns too. Now, I can't recognize all of these off the top of my head, but it does look like there is a Raffica in there towards the center, maybe an SKS rifle as well. And then on the very far right, we also see a shotgun. To me, this kind of looks like the Spaz 12 from Black Ops 1. Could be wrong though, not entirely sure on that one, but overall, just from these few frames in this RTX trailer, we ended up getting a confirmation of several weapons, but of course, this isn't even close to the total amount of weapons we're going to have in the game once it actually launches. In fact, another one we can confirm is the LMG that we saw in the multiplayer teaser that was actually shown off in the initial reveal trailer. Then there's also been a lot of talk about the Commando making a return. Of course, the Commando was an icon back in Black Ops 1. Honestly, it was probably my favorite weapon in the entire game, so personally, if the Commando does in fact make a return, I'm going to be very, very excited to use that one ASAP. Now, as I said earlier, we are going to find out a lot more about the weapons and whatnot on September 9th with the actual multiplayer reveal, but according to some of the leaks and rumors that we've seen surface recently, The actual loadout system is going to be a lot like Black Ops 4's apparently, where there's not going to be as many attachments as we saw here in Modern Warfare. And the setup for everything is going to be like a hybrid pick 10 system as it's described, where we can still have 5 attachments per gun and 3 perks overall. However, the class will be limited in some way, shape, or form with the total setup points. Truly, if that is going to be the case, I'm going to be a little bit bummed to see the Gunsmith go. I honestly think that's one of the best innovations that Modern Warfare brought to the franchise. The Gunsmith is absolutely incredible in my own opinion, but again, we shall see what exactly we're working with during the multiplayer reveal. Then, we also got a bit of info on some of the streaks that we're going to see in Black Ops Cold War, and another leak that we had claimed that score streaks are in fact going to be returning this year. If that's the case, cool. If not, we're still going to see the same streaks, just with a different way to earn them. Personally, I think I prefer score streaks over kill streaks, just because they do push for a faster paced gameplay experience. Just because kill streaks, you can camp out and just chill and get 5 kills, earn your cruise missile or whatever else, and that can honestly be a bit boring. Score streaks, though, reward you when you play the OBJ, when you're out and about just slaying and overall playing a bit more aggressive. So that is personally what I lean towards myself. But anyways, when it comes to the streaks that we can confirm, one that we haven't seen, but it's an obvious pick regardless, is of course the UAV. This is something we've seen in literally every single Call of Duty, so that's kind of a no-brainer. Then we can also assume the RCXD will be returning in some way, shape, or form because of the teases that we see within Warzone within the bunkers. And then within the multiplayer teaser in the reveal trailer, we actually saw the Chopper Gunner return. And it's pretty much the OG Chopper Gunner from Black Ops 1. Gonna be really, really awesome to use that once again. Then we also see some kind of artillery strike-like streak at the very end of the trailer too, so that is another one we can confirm for MP as well. Now, we also got to talk about some of the maps. Honestly, we don't have a ton to go off of here, but we do have a few confirmations and leaks to go over. First and foremost, we obviously have the desert map that was shown in the trailer, and this appears to be a ground war map if I had to guess. It, for one, looks really, really big. When it pans out, you can see cliffs, you can see the wide open desert area. This map looks pretty big in size, and then obviously there is also vehicles, which we don't see in standard multiplayers. So just by process of elimination, this should be a ground war map, so that is one we can confirm. And then, if you remember a while back, we had a rumor that said we're going to see some classic maps return, including Nuketown, Jungle, Summit, and also Firing Range. And it just so happens that during the initial teasers for Cold War, via all the slides that certain creators got with their projectors, Summit was the map that had some clues on it, and it was also teased in the slides. So by that, it seems like Summit could be making a return, and I would expect the others from the initial leak to return as well if that is the case. Then, the final thing we can confirm for multiplayer is just some of the basic mechanics that we've seen featured throughout gameplay so far. For one, we know this game is going to be based with boots on the ground gameplay, so no advanced movement, no jetpacks, nothing like that. Just the classic Call of Duty gameplay that we've known for years now. And then alongside that, we can also confirm that sliding is returning as a movement mechanic, thanks to the trailer once again, which actually shows a character sliding with that LMG that we mentioned earlier. Now, I would be curious to see if dolphin diving is going to make a return. It's definitely something that I think a lot of people associate with the Black Ops series, but it is also more of a clumsy mechanic, I guess you could say, in the sense that the movement meta is a lot slower with diving compared to just regular sliding. So it'll be interesting to see if there's anything else involved in the movement this year. And once again, the September 9th reveal should give us a lot more insight on that. However, overall, we've actually got quite a bit of info on multiplayer right now, despite the reveal still being a few days away. It's really just a lot of smaller pieces of info put together to sort of give us a better idea of what to expect, but I would say multiplayer is looking pretty interesting based off of what we've seen so far. But anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively everything we can currently confirm for Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, and pretty much everything in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all Scuf, G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found in the description below. And also, if you want to check out any of my other social medias, we are getting pretty close to 10,000 followers over on Twitter, so that and Instagram and all that stuff is also linked below. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.